Good afternoon. I forgot. Thank you and welcome to our presentation. We are a multidisciplinary research center in Italy, in Terracina, in the middle of Roma and Naples. And we are multidisciplinary because we are engaged in different kinds of sectors. We are engaged also in international European projects. One of them is the GreenTeach that we are talking about today. GreenTeach is a Erasmus Plus project in that sector, vocational and training. The focus is sustainability and how to integrate the green skills and the sustainability subject into that curriculum. The countries involved is Bulgaria, Italy, and Romania, and Turkey. And of course, it is aligned with the European Green Deal, a Green Cup framework document, European documents. Through a comprehensive framework that we tried to use to train the teacher, stakeholder, funding, and the strategy, we tried to overcome the gaps between growing awareness of the importance of the sustainability and the green skills development and the educators' confidence in implementing related topics in their subject. The project research reveals both challenges and opportunities in creating a more sustainable approach in vocational education.
So one of the, let's say, central aims that we're targeting at the moment, because the project is at its initial phase, is assess sustainability integration in vet systems. Okay, so but of course, in order to proceed, so as every this kind of projects presumes, first we have to stabilize our framework to start with. Okay. And in doing that, we are following, of course, mixed method research, combining quantitative and qualitative insights. So, of course, in order to provide or to make this framework grounded, being grounded on the actual state of the art in the partner countries, so everything related to sustainability and in particular intersection of sustainability and education, we have performed the document analysis in order to examine strategic documents and educational guidelines already present. And of course, another, let's say, source of information in grounding this framework was the expert interviews with 20 vet specialists professionally involved in the area of sustainability of green. For example, in Italy, we have to perform different kind of interviews with the experts who actually work in the field, okay, so as to make this groundwork for the further framework to develop. And what is, of course, more important, given that the ultimate or the central stakeholders or interested party in our results are the teachers themselves. Of course, we have to form the teacher questionnaire. Okay, so in order to assess the training needs of 2004 vet educators. So, and as an outcome, of course, it was a qualitative insights and analysis that was performed in order to make this let's say, framework begin to emerge. So, but on the basis of the teacher questionnaires, we were aiming at to focus primarily on awareness of the sustainability frameworks. Because of course, as in from our practice and experience, we can claim that even if there is a certain document or guideline already present, it doesn't mean automatically that teachers are actively using it in practice. So as it happens quite frequently. So, and of course, once there is an awareness, a certain level of confidence in teaching sustainability should be present as well. Okay. And given that we are all living in let's say, in digital age. So all those digital skills that are immediately applicable to promote this, let's say, curriculum framework are supposed to be on a certain level, okay? And on the base of all this, of course, there is a certain training needs emerge that actually teachers do need in sustainability education.
So what we found, first of all, we analyzed the profile of the teachers involved. The majority aged between 35 and 54, with more than 20 years of teaching experience. And they have the challenge, they are very resistant to any type of introduction of a new method. And the gender distribution, of course, the high percentage is female. And the implication was the opportunity for gender-sensitive professional development in sustainability education. And what about the experience? They had more than 20 years of the teaching, a strong subject expertise, and most of them follow established routines. So they have the established routines, the established program, and that's it. The needs for this type of the target group is to try to adapt sustainability focused methods in their teaching. So what we found that, first of all, we tried to understand what was their knowledge about the green crop framework. It is a challenge because most of them teach sustainability topics, but they are not familiar with the green crop. And so we have a significant gap between practice and awareness of the European sustainability framework. And of course, when we are asked about the standards, do you know the standards in a green standards? Of course, they are not so familiar with this. What kind of standards we are talking about? A critical gap between teachers' motivation and the knowledge of guided frameworks is very high.
So regarding the current integration of sustainability in teaching, so our primary analysis has discovered that about 80% of teachers are about incorporating sustainability topics into their teaching, but with only 30%, nearly 30% doing so regularly and about half occasionally. So as and this fact will be also seen in the following slides. Yeah, there is a strong perceived importance of all these issues, consensus across all countries on the crucial importance of embedding sustainability competences in VET curricula. But again, yes, I believe not only teachers, but universally, we are all acknowledge the importance of being green, not in terms of word, but in terms of practical action. There is a certain confidence gap. Despite willingness to teach sustainability, confidence level remains moderate, unfortunately. And of course, given the situation, there are this fact may be directly related to the actual implementation strategies, because they have identified that the curriculum should be modernized. They have to fit specific training needs, because given the let's say vast partnership in the project, of course, from one country to another, the needs may shift a little bit, may change. And at the same time, insufficient resources as the key barriers to effective sustainability integration. I believe it was a sort of our trigger for our project and our framework to deliver certain learning resources for them. Okay.
So the teachers value sustainability, of course, but they lack skills, the support, the resources. So they need for structured resources and guidance in order to integrate green skills into the topic. What about the pedagogical approach that they used to teach green skills? Of course, they use, most of them use inquiry-based learning and experiential learning, but they are not familiar with the new methodology like design thinking, micro-learning, and to integrate sustainability education. Of course, they found that the most effective methods to integrate the green skills in their subject is they used problem-based learning, part-based learning, case study, and of course, field trips are very useful to increase the knowledge about the sustainability. And the training gap is we have in Romania, for example, they not receive the formal training in a modern teaching methodology, even if they are very interested in their professional development. So strong interest in experiential and project-based learning, but the teachers lack training and confidence how to apply them in their subject. So what the gap is to overcome these needs.
So regarding the digital competences, as we have outlined before, of course, in order to be effective today, teachers are supposed to master certain digital competences and knowledge in order to deliver eventually their learning material in the most effective way. So, for example, in Italy, only about 40% of respondents were moderately confident, whereas only 20% even possess low confidence in digital skills. So, whereas in Bulgaria and Romania, maybe the situation is a little bit better. Okay, so at the same time, it's important to underline that yes, having low digital skills at the moment doesn't mean that they absolutely have any interest. So in fact, the high interest in digital training, as you can see, the results are very explicit in this. So teachers have their desire to learn, to receive some digital training. So at the same time, in order to, as I have said, in order to be effective, teachers at the same time they have expressed varying level of confidence in creating digital educational resources, which of course can be one of the major obstacles actually in being effective today, okay, in terms of teaching. And yeah, as we have outlined already before, integration with all this, let's say, lacks and obstacles, it's quite still remain difficult to integrate. So from one side, the guidelines already existing. From the other side, the lack in digital skills. So the integration remains still complex.
So on the basis of this data, we try to build the training and for them in order to overcome their challenge. We asked them also if they prefer a blended learning or in present or face-to-face lessons. Blended learning is more suitable for Italian, Bulgarian, and Romanian. While for Turkish, they prefer face-to-face. So what we did, and of course we will try because the training for that education on how to integrate the green skills in the subject is under construction. and we tried to use a blended learning. So one format online courses and in-person workshop. So what we tried to fix all these preferences. So of course, no one size fits for all solution. We tried to prepare our teaching materials more suitable for different learning style, institutional, cultural context. So the priorities is, of course, not to increase the industry connection, because it's very important in this kind of topic. And the curriculum integration, mainly in the secondary school in that. And of course, the digital tool application, how to use digitalization inside this topic. And of course, to increase the knowledge about the Green Cup framework application. So, first of all, so we wanted to increase this awareness about the importance to the green skills and sustainability in all the subject. And we tried to increase the collaboration among the stakeholders, that is educators, industry, and policymakers. And we try also to clear this and to overcome the competence gap that the teacher asked us. And of course, we tried to fit the training needs. What it is the challenge that we wanted to overcome? The knowledge gaps, the low confidence in teaching sustainability, and limited access to resources and training. And of course, the next step is to prepare this training, and for all the teachers and educators and people interested to use sustainability in their curriculum. And we are on it is under construction, but of course, if you are interested, you can contact us and you can follow for free, because it's a European project, and you are welcome to attend the training. So thank you for your attention.